Most 20-year-olds will never build real wealth, not because they don't earn enough, but because of 7 silent money mistakes nobody warns them about. Not because you're lazy, but because of a few patterns that quietly drain your money every single month. And the scary part? Most people don't even realize it until it's too late. Today, I'm breaking down the 7 biggest money mistakes people in their 20s make and how you can avoid them starting today. Let's be real for a second. Your 20s are confusing. You're earning your first real paycheck, maybe $45,000, $60,000. If you're doing well, even $80,000 plus. And for the first time, you have full control over your money. But at the same time, here in the US, you're dealing with rent, student loans, rising living costs, and constant pressure to keep up with everyone around you. So what happens? You make decisions based on what feels good now, instead of what builds your future. And listen, this isn't your fault. Nobody really teaches you this stuff. But if you fix just a few of these early, you'll be way ahead of almost everyone your age. Let's get into it. Living like you're rich. Lifestyle inflation. This is probably the most common mistake. You get a raise, and suddenly your life upgrades too. You go from $1,200 apartment to $2,000 apartment. Cooking at home to Uber Eats 4 times a week. Old car, $500 per month car payment. Here's the problem. Let's say you earn $60,000 per year after taxes. That's about $3,800 per month. If your fixed expenses jump to rent $2,000, car $500, food plus lifestyle $1,000, you're left with basically nothing. You feel rich, but you're financially stuck. Smart move. Keep your lifestyle stable as your income grows. If you get a $10,000 raise, don't spend $10,000 more. Invest most of it. Not investing early enough. This one is expensive, like really expensive. Let's break it down. If you invest $300 per month starting at 22 and earn an average 8% return, by 60 you'll have around $1.05 million. But if you wait until 30 to start, you'll have only $450,000. Same monthly investment, just 8 years later. That delay costs you over $600,000. That's the power of compounding. In the US, you have one of the best investing tools in the world, the Roth IRA. You can invest up to $7,000 per year completely tax-free, and you never pay taxes on the growth. That alone can add hundreds of thousands of dollars to your retirement. Smart move. Start with whatever you can, even $100 per month. Use simple index funds like Vanguard or Fidelity. You don't need to be a stock-picking genius. If you want to start investing today with literally $1, I personally recommend Acorns. It automatically invests your spare change into diversified index funds without you having to think about it. I've left a link in the description. Misusing credit cards. Credit cards aren't evil, but they can destroy you if you don't understand them. Here's a typical situation. You spend $2,000 on a credit card, you only pay the minimum, say $50 per month. With a 20% interest rate, that $2,000 can turn into $3,500 plus over time. And suddenly you're stuck in a cycle, paying interest, carrying balances, feeling broke despite earning. Smart move. Use credit cards like debit cards. Only spend what you already have, and always pay your full balance every month. Ignoring student loan strategy. Most people treat student loans like background noise. And here in the US, this is a massive problem. Americans collectively owe over $1.7 trillion in student loan debt. That's not a typo, $1.7 trillion. Yeah, I'll deal with it later. But let's say you have $30,000 in loans at 5% interest. If you stick to minimum payments, you might end up paying $38,000 to $40,000 total over time. But if you're intentional about it, you can save thousands in interest. Smart move. Have a strategy. Refinance if rates are high, pay extra on principal when you can, and balance between investing and loan repayment. Not having an emergency fund. Life happens. Always. Car breaks down, medical bill shows up, you lose your job unexpectedly. Without an emergency fund, guess what happens? you go into debt. According to a Federal Reserve survey, 4 in 10 Americans cannot cover a $400 emergency expense. 4 in 10. That means nearly half the country is one bad day away from going into debt. Let's say an emergency costs you $3,000. If you put that on a credit card at 20% interest, it could take years to recover. Smart move. Build at least 3 to 6 months of expenses. If your monthly expenses are $2,500, aim for $7,500 to $15,000. Start small. Even $1,000 is a great first step. A free app that helped me track my savings goals is Rocket Money. It also scans your accounts and finds subscriptions you forgot you were paying for, completely free to use. Link is in the description.